Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology Express, the midweek show. Stay tuned for our big show. This weekend we got something awesome coming up. Okay, I wanted to go over a unique way that you can clean your records. Now, I've never actually done this, but it seems like a great idea. So, in order to show you my sincerity that I really think this is a good idea, I'll be using my own Glenn Miller records, some of them, and in this experimentational process we're going to be doing here. So start off by getting yourself a sink, and then get yourself one of these guys or something similar. This is just a little, office supply we had laying around with different slots. This is going to function as our kind of drying rack and stabilization rack for the records while we're cleaning them. Make sure that there's no rough edges, nothing that's going to scratch your records. This is pretty smooth metal, so I think it'll be fine. I'm going to set that right there in the middle of the sink. Then I'm going to take 6 different records that are dirty, and I'm going to stick them in these slots. I'm going to skip a slot in between, just in case I don't want them, scratching each other, leaning up against each other. I think this will give it some good space. So I'm going to put 6 records in here vertically, like this. And again, these are not like audiophile grade, records to begin with. They're just listener records, records that, are used, picked them up, pretty good price. It's not the end of the world if they get lost, but at the same time, they're some of my favorite records because they're Glenn Miller. So, and as you know, if you've been around for a while, you know that Glenn Miller is my favorite musical artist, and therefore, these are valuable to me. Okay, so once you get your records in there, let's go ahead and take some dish soap. I'll be using Dawn. Actually, I'll be using Palmolive in a Dawn bottle. And let's just soak these bad boys. Now, you may be cringing at this point. You may be, oh my gosh, what is he doing? He's an idiot. Well, I've been called worse. I don't really care. Ultimately, this is just for fun. So I'm just gonna slather the heck out of these records with soap. And they have paper labels, like we've talked about before. Wet disc washing is not a problem. The labels will not peel off or anything like that. There are some people out there that will say, oh, you can only use distilled water and you can't use, tap water and blah, 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 blah. I think that's just garbage. I honestly don't think that, what little I have in my tap water in terms of minerals is going to impact the sound of these records whatsoever. I don't think it's going to damage them at all. So then I'm going to start my water here. I'm going to kind of put it on medium warm because that makes sense. This faucet has a kind of 2-stream. You can do the main one like that, or you can do this. I'll do that. It makes a lot more sense, I think. And I'm just going to hose these bad boys off and call it a day. So I'm just going to take, the hose comes out like this, and I'm just going to go to town, and I'm going to make sure that, got a little bit of force there. I'm going to make sure that I get all of that soap off. Some of these records were super, super dirty. Well, now they won't be dirty. And I think this is a good idea. It makes sense to me. We've already done the method of glue, which was cool, and I may do that again. Check out that video if you haven't seen that already, where we put wood glue on, wait till the next day and peel it off. That's a lot of fun, and it does an amazing job. However, I do wash records in the sink, pretty regularly, but I saw this little metal rack, and I just like, that's a great idea. So I'm going to try this so you don't have to. And what I'm going to do is this. So you don't have to wait, a couple hours for these to dry. I'm going to put in the comments down below the results. I'm going to tell you how it ended up working in the end before I put them back in their cases once they're dry. But let me know what you think. Do you have any unique things? Some people have told me they even stick their records in the dishwasher. That I'm a little nervous of just because of the heat. This water is kind of like lukewarm, actually, kind of cool, which kind of makes sense to me, but I think this is a good way to do it. I mean, get all the dirt and grime out of the grooves. Seems to make sense to me. So give it a shot if you'd like to. No promises there. This is an experiment, like I said before. But I think that I'm pretty confident this will be a good method for cleaning the grime and dirt out. So anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments. Stand by for this weekend show. We got a real fun one planned. You're going to like it. You're going to like it. Something very unique. So, all right. And that is all for today. So happy record hunting, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.